Hi everybody, welcome back to Pacers Daily. I'm your host Hery Acosta. Um, I know this is a Pacers channel. That's great, but Bam Adebayo just dropped 83 points in a basketball game in what was the craziest performance we have all witnessed in our lives. I mean, I was I was 3 years old when Kobe dropped 81. I wasn't even like fully comprehending anything at that point, but now I'm definitely comprehending this. Adebayo played 41 minutes, had 83 points, 9 rebounds, 20 of 43 from the field, 7 of 22 from 3, and 36 of 43 from the free throw line. This man broke so many records last night. He broke the Heat scoring record. He broke the record for most games on camera, for most points on camera. He broke the record for most free throws made, for most free throws attempted. Um, just ridiculous, ridiculous stat line. He was averaging 2 points per minute. That's nuts. I genuinely don't even know what to say at the moment because that's genuinely the most ridiculous game I've ever seen someone play. So, at that time, because it was before the Pacers game, I was watching the Spurs Celtics game, and I was kind of just going around, checking up on some other scores like I usually do when I'm watching a game, and I saw it was like the end of the first quarter, and I saw Adebayo had 31 points. And once I said one of two things. I said this could either be a 35-point game or Adebayo's going for a record for absolutely no reason tonight. He hit that 43 mark at the end of the first half, and at that moment, it's like, oh, so he could either have a good third quarter and Spo's gonna sit him because they're probably gonna be up by a lot, or Spo's gonna actually let him go for something crazy. Um, then he had 62 at the end of the fourth, at the end of the third, and right then and there, I wanted him to break the record. I mean, I was like, okay, I'm a Bam Adebayo fan right now. Break the record, have fun. Um, he reached 70. There was still like 7 or 8 minutes to go in the game, which is actually insane if you think about it. And then the Wizards were triple teaming him on an inbound. Like they knew they did not want him to break that record against them, which understandable. I'd be embarrassed if I was them. But he hit that 80 and 81 to tie Kobe, and then finally hit that 82 and 83 with both AJ and his mom in the stands. Um, just absolutely amazing, incredible performance. Couldn't have happened to a better person. Congratulations, Bam Adebayo, on a historic game. You were Wilt Bam Kobe. His words that no one in their history thought they would ever say. Because I'm being honest, if you would have given me 100 guesses on who was scoring 81 first, I genuinely don't know if I would have guessed Adebayo. Just because he's not a true scorer. I mean, this before this game, he was averaging 18.9 points. His highest scoring per game was 2022-2023, where he averaged 20.4. There's just no sign of him ever going off this crazy. I mean, he broke his career half. He broke his career points in the first half. He had 43 in the first half after only having 41 as a career high. It was only his second ever 40-point game, and he actually had two 40-point games in one game. He had 43 and 40. That's just ridiculous, man. That is insane. And I know a lot of people have been talking about how many free throws he shot, but y'all actually watched the game. He got hacked every play. It was foul after foul after foul. He genuinely did get hacked every single play, which I've never seen someone get fouled so much in a game. So that was valid. But no, once again, congrats to Bam. But now we gotta talk about some Pacer stuff, and you can see the smile on my face. We lost the tank off, at, aka we won. We lost the game, but now we're the worst team in the league, meaning we have the highest odds of the first overall pick right now. I can't be happier about this. We had a 20-point lead going into like in the third quarter, and then they dropped 42 points in the fourth. It was just music to my ears. Uh, it was like watching the Ice Capades or something. But we shot 38 for 93. They shot 41 for 90. Like we were up by 20 points. And I was watching the game. I'm like, dang, we're gonna win this game, sadly. And then I know the Kings just don't miss in the fourth quarter, and it's like a smile was brought to my face. I'm so happy. Obi Toppin at 17-5, Cam Jones at 14-4-9, Huff at 12-7. He also had no blocks for Huff this game. Neesmith though, this I like it. 29 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, made 2 threes. Kobe Brown had 5-4, Shepard at 9-4, and then Micah Potter. Micah Potter's been dog 11-7. For the Kings, Westbrook at 16-7-9. Raynaud had at 18-11, and then Devin Carter off the bench had 24 points on 9 of 13 shooting. Well, we made Devin Carter look like I don't know Allen Iverson. Just a lot of interesting performance. Last night was probably one of the weirdest nights for to have a great performance. I mean, obviously the Bam Adebayo 83-point game, but also Josh Giddey had 21, 13, and 17 in his game, which is absolutely ridiculous. But that still probably wasn't the craziest thing. Buzelis had 41 points in that game. Kuzma had 33. Just a bunch of very crazy stat lines. 21 and 15 for Cade Cunningham. Cameron Payne had 32 points. Coward had 16 rebounds for the Grizzlies. And Wembanyama had 39, 11 on 8 threes. So yeah, there were a lot of absolutely insane performances last night, and I genuinely couldn't be happier to, witness some of those. Especially that Bam 83 points. I mean, as I'm talking, I got a notification about it. It's just been it was a crazy day in sports in general because the Max Crosby trade got like sent back to the Raiders. And also the Colts missed out on Trey Hendrickson because after the trade was vetoed, or the physical was failed, Hendrickson got flipped and ended up actually signing with the Ravens rather than us, which honestly makes sense because the Colts just never get anything good in life. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing Underdog is easy. Just choose where your favorite players can go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, or more. Get your pick shot, you can up to 5,000 times your cash. Now, we're to the point where we don't even know anymore. But I'm gonna go with Paulo Banchero and James Harden. They play each other. Harden 20.5 points. He's gonna go higher. Banchero 23.5. He's gonna go higher. They're both gonna have good scoring games. Harden is the kind of person that can pop off at any moment, and I think he's due for a big game. Banchero recently has just been dominating everybody in his way. The Magic are slowly climbing up the Eastern Conference, so I'm gonna go higher for both of them. I just talking about Adebayo's game. There were people commenting on Instagram and just on different social medias. A lot of people were going lower on his, I think it was 20.5 points that was last night. And he broke that with like 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Everyone was just probably going to sleep at that point. But use promo code BasketballFan to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Once again, that's promo code BasketballFan. Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus. 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska. 19 plus in Colorado for some games. 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/play and get terms DFSTML for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 helpline at 1-878 or text from 467-369.
Welcome back, everybody. Absolute cinema is what I call this. We tank to literal perfection. I have genuinely actually never seen a tank so well done before, especially after a championship run. The Pacers just doing it right. I mean, we're on a 10-game losing streak. Great. This was probably a game that we should have won, but we didn't. I mean, the Kings played better. They beat us in the fourth quarter. What can I say? They're a better team. But I'm just so excited for next season. I'm really praying for that top four pick. I want the Bonsa. I think he will genuinely fit in this roster. Having Halliburton back healthy, having Zubac back healthy, having Siakam fully healthy, having Nemhard fully healthy. That's gonna be an insane starting five. It's Hallie, Nemhard, Debonsa, Siakam, Zubac. That is a starting lineup that can play together. And I you don't even have to watch. I know they can play together. Everyone on that team is going to be averaging a good amount of points, at least. Nemhard's probably going to average at least by 12 or 13. The Bonsa could probably average 17 or 18 in his first season, and then everyone else maybe 20 or more. Zubac, I know asking him for 20 is crazy. Maybe he would go in like 16 range. But a guy who can also average 10 plus rebounds. Siakam's a good rebounder. Halliburton averaging 10 or more assists. Just the kind of things I want to see next season. And then last but not least, we play Phoenix tomorrow. I'll be talking more about that game in episode 4 tomorrow, kind of like a little preview, and just kind of talking about the things I want to see, just what players I want to see, really do better. But overall, I can't be happier right now. I mean, last night Pacers lost, quote unquote, won the tank off. Adebayo had 83 points in the game. Yesterday was just a great day for basketball, and I couldn't be happier. But as always, I'm your host, Hery Acosta. This is Pacers Daily. Boom, baby, and go, Sirs.